Hi everyone. I'm in the Watchtower's Bearing book, the book on their commentary on Acts. This time I'm dealing with their coverage of Acts chapter 12, verses 6 to 11, Peter's miraculous escape from prison. And I'm going to read from the New World Translation, the Silver Sword Edition, those verses, 12, 6 to 11. Which read, When Herod was about to bring him out, that night Peter was sleeping, bound with 2 chains between 2 soldiers, and guards in front of the door were keeping watch over the prison. But look, Jehovah's angel was standing there, and a light shone in the prison cell. Hitting Peter on the side, he woke him, saying, Get up quickly, and the chains fell off his hands. The angel said to him, Get dressed, and put on your sandals. He did so. Finally he said to him, Put your outer garment on, and keep following me. And he went out and kept following him. But he did not know that what was happening through the angel was real. In fact, he thought he was seeing a vision. Going past the first sentinel guard and the second, they reached the iron gate leading into the city, and this opened to them by itself. After they went out, they made their way down one street, and immediately the angel departed from him. And Peter, realizing what was happening, said, Now I know for sure that Jehovah's sent his angel and rescued me from Herod's hand and from everything that the Jews were expecting to happen. So the first thing I would note is that the Watchtower has added the divine name in verse 7 and 11, where it is not in the interlinear. Even their kingdom interlinear, the Greek text has Lord there. It's not quotes. There's no reason that they have for putting the name in there when it wasn't in the Greek scriptures. In paragraph 12 of their coverage, they say very dogmatically this statement: Christians today do not expect miraculous deliverance. However, we keep in mind that Jehovah has not changed, and he will soon use his Son to free countless millions from the most unyielding of prisons, death. And then they put in John 5, verse 28 and 29. So the first thing is this very dogmatic statement. Christians today do not expect miraculous deliverance. The problem I have here is they make a very dogmatic statement. Then they make a contradictory statement saying Jehovah has not changed, using Malachi 3. And then they talk about being freed from the prison of death. So this is miraculous. Yes, to be resurrected would be miraculous. But my problem is that you're making rules. You're making rules for God. You're restricting what he can do, when he can do it. Miracles happened. Miracles still happen to some Christians and have during the history of the church. Miracles have happened. But I know the mind of a witness is, no, they can't be happening now, so you just won't believe it if someone has such an experience. But even in the day that the account is about, this was true. Some people had miracles happen and others didn't. Think of James, who was put to death. Just earlier in the chapter, we hear about James having been put to death. So sometimes a miraculous escape happens and sometimes it doesn't. But it's God who's the one that dictates or who decides. It's his will when a miracle happens or not. Even in modern days, if you read things like the biographies of Corrie ten Boom or George Muller, these people experienced miraculous things happening in their life. But it was not on demand or expected or not expected. It was a matter of God's will, not their will. So those were just some of my comments on this particular portion of their coverage. I'm going to link to a video called "Is the Bible Full of Miracles?" No, there are 3 miracle eras, 3 ages of revelation and transition. This is based on some readings we were doing from Saffer's book, The Divine Unity of Scripture. Thank you for listening.